Want to get your hands on one of the best weapons in Call of Duty Warzone? Well, today I bring you my updated version of my GRAU loadout build. This is LaserBolt, and welcome to today's video, guys. Today I want to bring you guys an update of the GRAU loadout, due to the fact that not only is one of my most popular videos when it comes to Warzone, but after testing out the GRAU, after putting different attachments, and after pairing different weapons with it, I can tell you guys by far, this is the best loadout you could pick. And if you don't have these weapons, make sure you guys grind when there's a double XP, or when you have that multiplayer option available for those of you who just have Warzone. But overall, in general, guys, this is by far the best loadout setup you could have with your GRAU. Trust me, guys, you won't regret putting this loadout together. But before we get started and show you guys the loadout, I do have a question for you. If you could only put one attachment into a weapon, into your GRAU, what attachment would that be? Let me know in the comment section down below. You guys are missing out because you guys are not tuning into our live streams. You're missing out on tips on how to get better. You're missing out on positive vibes, really fun environment. And overall, in general, if you need to get a win in Warzone, definitely stop by the stream. We help each other out to get that W for you guys. So if you haven't gotten a win, head on over to Twitch and hit us with that follow. Link is down below, and catch the live streams as things get really awesome live on stream. I'll see all of you guys over there. Click on that link. So this loadout, guys, is really, really good. Not only is it really good at long range, mid range, but it's extremely potent at close range. This is by far the best loadout, and you're going to see a lot of people actually rocking this. The reason why is because this is the best of everything. It's the best of long range, best of mid range, and best of close range. Trust me, guys, you are going to be putting this loadout together. Your kills are going to go up at least 2 kills per game in addition to what you currently get right now if you put this loadout together. So without further ado, let's jump into the loadout. Alright, so now let's take a look at our setup. We're going to go to the GRAU, and we're going to pick this one up just because I like the skin. We'll go to the gunsmith, and we're going to change a couple things up. First and foremost, our muzzle. So for our muzzle, we're going to go with the monolithic suppressor. Definitely the best one you could pick here. What this is going to do, it's going to give you sound detection, so you won't be able to be picked up on the radar, and it's really good. The only downside to the monolithic suppressor is you lose the aim downside speed, but we'll be picking that up very shortly with a couple other setups. Now, as far as the barrel, I like the Archangel. The Nexus is actually pretty good, but the problem with the Nexus, not the problem, but the advantage you have with the Nexus is you gain a slight more of an advantage when it comes to mobility. With the Archangel is just a tad bit heavier, but it does give you a little bit. It does give you a little bit more accuracy and more range. I like to use the Archangel due to the fact that I like using this gun at mid range and long range. With the Nexus, you lose a little bit of accuracy, you lose a little bit of range, but you're in a little bit of mobility. I'm not going to be too close to the enemy where it's going to have me have to, you know, be moving really fast, because I'm going to be using another type of weapon for that. So the Archangel is the one I'm going with here. As far as the laser, we are not going to be picking up a laser. I would recommend a laser if you guys like the laser. I personally don't like the laser because I don't like showing on the map. So since I don't like showing up on the map, or when I push a house, I am removing the laser for that one. Now, for the underbarrel, guys, we're going to go with the Commando foregrip. I believe the Commando foregrip is definitely by far the best one to pick here. Now, a lot of people will tell you to go to Ranger foregrip just because it gives you a little bit more accuracy and a little bit more range. I don't like the fact that with the Ranger foregrip, as opposed to the Commando foregrip, you lose aim down sight speed. See, with the Commando foregrip, you don't lose aim down sight speed, so it lets you pull and draw your weapon a lot faster. This is what's going to let you win more engagements. If you saw my video, M4A1 versus the GRAU, you will understand that what makes this weapon more viable than any other weapon out there is the fact that you're able to bring the weapon out and draw it a lot faster than you would with the M4A1. If you go with the Ranger foregrip, it's going to reduce the amount of you being able to draw this weapon up fast, and you definitely do not want to do that. Now, for the ammunition, of course, guys, we are going to go with the 60 rounds. I don't believe this one in particular needs a scope, so we'll be fine without the scope. The 60 rounds is really good. It does reduce your aim downside speed and your movement speed, but you get 60 rounds. Now, you could theoretically go with the 50 rounds or with the 30 mag, but I believe the 60 rounds is just very good for this weapon, as it allows you to kill multiple enemies at once. You theoretically don't have to go with the ammunition here. You could go with the laser if you wanted to, but I think it's worth you picking it up. Last but not least, guys, we are going to go with a rear foregrip. Now, for the rear foregrip, there are a couple of consensus. A lot of people like to say that the Crowin is the best one to go because it's going to give you a little bit more accuracy and a little bit more control. The only problem here is you're losing a lot of mobility. In addition to that, your aim walking movement speed is reduced. That means when you're trying to strafe, it's going to mess it up. Now, the other option we have is the XRX Void 2. Remember, the main point of this weapon is being able to draw this weapon fast and being able to be super duper fast when it comes to shooting the enemy. That is why we're picking this one right here. And this is what we have so far. So we're going to go with the underbarrel. We're going to go Commander foregrip. Let's take a, where's the laser at? Here we go. And we're going to go with this class setup right here. What you want to have in your Growl is the monolithic suppressor. You want to have the Tempest 26-4 Archangel. You want to have the Commander foregrip as your underbarrel, 60 round mags, and the XKRX Void. Now, if you don't mind the 30 round mags, you could go with the laser here, and it'll still be really, really solid weapon. Now, as you guys see, if you look at the stats at the bottom, we lose a lot of mobility with this weapon. Remember, we're using this weapon mid-range, long range, and close to mid-range kind of, fighting. Now, for our close range, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what we're going to be doing. Of course, you can customize this any way you want, but for our secondary weapon, we're going to be picking two options. We're going to either go with the rocket launcher. This is going to be really helpful. And someone's pushing you really fast and really close, shoot that rocket launcher. That's going to break their shields, pull out your Growl, and you'll take them out without a problem. This is mostly if you like to have those mid-range, long-range engagements. If you're more of a run-and-gun person and you like to push in hard, then you're definitely going to want to go with, of course, everybody's favorite, which is the snake shots. So let's go ahead and customize that. You're going to need the 357. And we're going to go to the gunsmith. We're going to go with our muscle. We're not going to be picking up muscle. We are going to be picking up a barrel, though. So we are going to be putting up our barrel, the 357 Snops Nose. This is really, really good one right here. We are going to be putting a laser in here, and I'll explain what's up with the laser and why you should use a laser and why you shouldn't. And then we're going to go with our match grade trigger here. We're going to go that right there. Ammunition, guys, we're going to, of course, got to equip the snake shots, and of course we're not going to put a rear grip, but for our perk we are going to use the akimbos. That is the setup you want to have. Now, a lot of people don't like the laser. I personally don't like the laser. It does give you hip fire accuracy, as you might want to shoot this from your hip and not want to aim down sights. That's the reason that a lot of people pick the laser, because it does give you that hip fire accuracy, which you want to have that hip fire accuracy. I personally don't like the laser, so what I like to do here is I like to go with a muscle, and I like to go with this compensator muscle that gives you a little bit of accuracy and a little bit more control. The only problem here is you reduce the aim down sight speed as you would with the laser, and with the laser you get the hip fire. But the problem with the laser is when you're pushing an enemy or when you're pushing a team, they are going to see the laser when you're going up a ladder or when you're going up up a flight of steps, or you're trying to push an attic. You get detected, and since this weapon is close quarter weapon, you're probably going to have it drawn, and that laser is going to get picked up. So if you don't mind having the laser, you could go with the muscle, you could go with the compensator, and reduce the laser, and that will put you at a very, very, very good option right here. I personally like this setup. I don't like to be detected on the radar, but if you don't mind, the laser would be the best option for this. So, and there you guys have it. That is what you want to do. So this one right here is going to be primarily for when you're pushing, running and gunning really, really fast. Now, as far as the perks are concerned, of course, we're going to go with Cold-Blooded. Our second perk, we're going to go with Ghost. And our third perk, we are going to go with Amped, only if you're using rocket launchers. If you're not using rocket launchers, then you could definitely go with Shrapnel, or you could go with Tracker. These are definitely really good. Tracker's really good because if you're pushing a building, you're able to see what the enemy's at, if they're being picked up. Or Shrapnel is really good because it's going to give you that extra C4. I personally think Tracker and Amped are the best options. If you have a rocket, Amped. If you don't have a rocket, then you're reaching the snake shots. Tracker is better because you're always going to find C4 on the ground after you kill an enemy, so you really don't need to waste that right there to have that equipped. So that is what you have it. Lethal, C4, definitely the best one to have. Tactical, heartbeat sensor. Currently right now, there is nothing better than the heartbeat sensor for your tactical. I mean, you could theoretically do a smoke grenade, to revive people, stun grenade flashes, but the heartbeat sensor is definitely a must-have. And that pretty much is the loadout that you want to have for this particular weapon. Now, theoretically speaking, if you don't mind and you don't want to run a gun, you could definitely go and switch to perk for Ghost and go with Hardline and put an MP7 here. That would give you the best of both worlds. But theoretically speaking, you should be good with this particular setup that I showed up right here. Now, I do have an MP7 build check out that build. I'll leave it linked down in the description down below. So if you want to put an MP7 here, you could kind of get an idea of what type of loadout and what type of perks and loadout you want to put for that MP7. But overall, in general, guys, that is the loadout for the Growl. This is my updated version. Trust me, when you put this on, guys, you guys are going to be on fire. This weapon is really good, has really good aim down sight speed. That's the main key point here. Really good long range, really good short range, and you're going to be rocking and knocking people left and right. Let me know in the comment section down below if there's anything you guys would change from this loadout. Drop it in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching and enjoy the rest of the gameplay. He's down. He went.
Nice.
I'm gonna pop more plates. Give me a second, White. Remember the dudes that were sniping too, so just keep that in mind.
Forgot which way
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah, they were behind us.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Which way is behind you?
Oh, I'm gonna mark it over there.
Facing.
Yeah, like
Okay.
over. You know where the
Yellow
loadout's
mark
out?
over there.
You know where the loadout's out? Further out from that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
They're there, right there. My pin.
Who broke glass?
That's me,
Oh,
that's me.
okay, I see.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
Bit of body armor here.
They're way onto that
Moving
roof.
up here.
Yeah, you have to get on top of this building and jump out.
Losing ground.
All right, cool.
Bit of body armor here.
Punch him, man.
Stay back.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
Kind of want to buy another UAV, but
Enemy UAV overhead.
okay, they're by the loadout.
This.
Anyone need it?
There, going in.
Oh.
People by the loadout.
Oh, behind us?
Yeah, by the loadout.
Yeah.
I see one.
Tango spotted.
Oh, special shoot.
Did you hit him? Or did he snipe
I
you?
didn't shoot. I shot him, but he didn't get.
I broke his armor. Inside this house right here.
I'm off this way.
There's two people here.
Allied cluster strike.
I need help.